buying books from different Calcutta lanes have been my favorite pastime since my college days. I still love the smell of new books. The book may be a second-hand one or a new book that I just purchased from Amazon or Flipkart. And the cart section in these shopping online portals are always in my case filled with list of books which I have seen the recommendation in some Bookstagram channel or on a YouTube channel by my favorite YouTuber. In my case, I try to keep a note of the books that attract my fancy. And if you are a book lover like myself, I'm sure you will very well relate to what I'm trying to say. Hello and welcome to another new content. In this particular content piece, I will answer 25 questions related to books. I have seen several celebrities answering these sort of questions on different social media platforms. Now there is nobody to question me, but I thought to create a questionnaire for myself wherein I will answer 25 questions on books by me. Hope you will like the content, and if that is so, do hit the like and subscribe button. Now without further ado, let's begin today's video. Well, the first question is the first book that I had ever read. And as per I remember, the first book that I ever read was Letters from Father to Daughter by Jawaharlal Nehru, which he had written to Indira Gandhi. And the other book that I read was Heidi. I think I was 5 or 6 years old when I had read this book. Now, let me talk about books that have impacted me. In this particular case, I will talk about 2 books. Both the books I read in 2021 because 2021 personally was a year of biggest loss in my life. So, here I will talk about 3 books. One is The Almanac by Naval Ravikant. Then there is Atomic Habits by James Clear and Zen, the Art of Simple Living. This particular book, Zen, the Art of Simple Living, I have told about this book in my previous videos as well. And I think if you are in some kind of mental turmoil, this book, please buy a physical copy of this particular book. I'm sure by reading this book completely, it will help you in some way to gain your inner peace. And this is one book that I will tell everyone, please read it at least once in your lifetime. I'm sure if you read it, you will get some kind of benefit after reading this particular book. Which is my favorite book? My all-time favorite book is The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri and A Thousand Splendid Sun by Khalid Hussain. If you are a regular on my channel, then I'm sure you will see in my older videos I have raved about these books many times. Book that I recently finished. The last book that I had read was Beer Triangle by popular YouTuber Lily Singh. I am soon coming with a video on this particular book on my channel, so stay tuned. My favorite genre. In this particular case, I'm still a child in my mind and I still prefer reading ghost stories and thriller books. These are the books that excites me the most till now. Where do you buy books? The answer, like anybody else, is Flipkart and Amazon when it comes to buying online. And if I have to buy physical books, I prefer buying books from the second-hand book market in Gold Park in South Kolkata. Set of books that I plan to buy. Now, this list is endless, as I said in the beginning of this particular video, that my cart on the shopping portals are always filled with books. But right now the names that I can remember is American Dirt, then I want to buy The Far Field, then I want to buy Homegoing, I want to buy Bad Blood, which I have heard lot about this particular book. Then there is a book called The Maid. Then in my top list is Daisy Jones and the Six. I really want to read this book for the longest time, and now when a film is being made on this particular book, then I do have to read the book before the film gets released. And there are endless number of books. It is one video is very small, I believe, to tell the books that I actually want to buy. Am I an impulsive buyer? Yes, I am, and that applies not only to books but on many other things. I am literally a self-proclaimed book hoarder. There are countless books in my bookshelf, as you can see, which are unread. But if some book in some YouTube channel or on an Instagram handle attracts my fancy, then I need to have a physical copy of the book. I have tried hard to control and restrain myself, but still I am a failure in this particular case. Do you buy a book by its cover? Yes, there is one or two books that I have definitely bought by their cover, but still now I have not read it. And one of the book that I can remember right now is Circe by Madeline Miller. Physical books or ebooks? Definitely any given day physical books, but now there is space constraint, and so nowadays I read many books on my phone. I read them as ebooks. I try to read the Kindle version of many books nowadays. When do I read a book? I read daily. Preferably before going to sleep, I try to read about half an hour a day. But sometimes due to work pressure, it is not possible. But that is what I try to. Next, I will try to tell you about a book that I would like to recommend anyone and everyone. This particular book is Zen: The Art of Simple Living. Please get a physical copy of this amazing, beautiful book. And if you are a content creator, then you must read The Big Magic by, I think it was by Elizabeth Gilbert. Excellent book. Every content creator must read this particular book that I would like to gift to everyone. As I said, Zen: The Art of Simple Living. Then there is Atomic Habit by James Clear. These are mainly non-fictions because you know what? Non-fiction books can help you to become a positive person who can bring in results in their life. Also, there is this book called River. It is again a beautiful non-fiction book. I think once in your lifetime you must read these books. These are very simple books with easy English. You can complete these books in a week or in 3 to 4 settings. Read these books. They will help you in the long run. One book that I would recommend if you have children at home. The answer is Black Beauty and Heidi. These are my favorite books when it comes to children's books. And also I would like to mention fairy tales. If you have a girl child at home, they will literally enjoy these books that I had finished, or sorry, I had stopped counting after 400. I think it will touch 450, 480 by now. And this includes my books, my father's book. If you can see books in this room, which are all English books. I have in my parents' room, there is one full shelf with Bengali books as well. So I am rich in terms of the books that I own. Books that I want to buy, but I have not bought them because they are pricey. And to this, my answer would be Japanese manga novel Uzumaki, and there is one more graphic novel that is Mouse. These are the two books that are in my list, but till now I have not bought because I think they are little pricey. A book that I would like to read it. The answer to this will be The Life-Changing Habit of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. I had read this book about 2.5 years back. It had impacted me in a great manner, and so I would like to read it once again to revisit my thoughts. Book series that I haven't read. I am really trembled to say this, and don't kill me for it. I have not read the Harry Potter book series. I have seen the movie. I have not read Game of Thrones, and neither have I watched it. So please don't kill me. I have not read these two very, very popular book series. What am I currently reading? You know, I like to read multiple books at a time. Currently, I am reading All You're Perfect by Colleen Hoover. I am reading Ego Is My Enemy by Ryan Holiday. I am also reading Open by Andre Agassi. I am reading that book in parts. So these are the three books that right now I am reading. Oh, one more I am reading is Newcomer, which is a thriller by Japanese author. Overhyped book that I did like was The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F by Mark Manson. I have a physical copy of this book, and I just don't know why I had bought this particular book. Which books do you like, fiction or non-fiction? The answer to this will be I always read books, both fiction and non-fiction at a time. And as I said, I like to read multiple books at a time, and it completely depends on my state of mind, what I am feeling, and accordingly I select the book that I would read. A book that's movie adaptation you really liked. To this I will say I liked a particular Hindi film called Pinjar. The book was written by Amrita Pritham, but I really found the movie adaptation of this particular Hindi language book to be way better than the book version. The opposite question will be a book whose adaptation I didn't like. I have said in my several videos that Namesake is my favorite book. A film adaptation of this was made by Meera Nair, which starred stalwart artists like Irfan Khan and Tabu. If you ask me personally, I liked the book much more than the film version. And the last question, who is your favorite author? To this I would say it's Jhumpa Lahiri. It's always Jhumpa Lahiri. I've read all her books and I wait patiently for her next releases all the time. I hope you like this particular video. I tried to answer some questions. I have specially made these questions on books, and for a very long time I was planning to create a content like this, which would be in this question and answer format rather than me talking constantly about certain topics. And if you like this video, do hit a thumbs up, and I will see you soon in my next video. Till then, tata, goodbye, and have a great day ahead.